ja, det er dejligt. De sørger for os.
Det kan godt være, det var ikke længe, vi skal huske.
And the starting line for Team Slovakia, on goal number 1, Marek Tiak. Defenders, number 56, Ivan Sakowski, number 2, Andrei Taylor, and forwards, number 22, number 19, Ivan Victor, and number 13, Thomas Jurko.
Hello everyone back home in North America. Welcome inside Royal Arena. It is our third game of our triple header on TSN and the NHL Network, and it is Slovakia taking on Switzerland. A great start to the tournament for the Swiss. It was a goal by Enzo Corvi in overtime. They came back to beat Austria 3-2. Meantime, Slovakia, a tough loss to the Czech Republic as they go back with Marek Chiliak, who made 39 saves in that 3-2 OT loss. He was brilliant in that hockey game. And our first look at Reto Berra, 6'4", 218 pounds, a fourth-round pick of the Blues back in 2006. And he won silver for his country back in 2013, the last time they medaled. 5 games with Anaheim this year, most of his time in the AHL with the San Diego Gulls. As we are underway, puck drop, Switzerland, Slovakia, another great crowd on a Sunday night here in Copenhagen, Denmark. One of the co-host cities, and some rough play early is going hard into the corner, playing the body with Sherway. Slovakia needs to find a way to come back after that very disappointing loss to the Czech Republic. Mike Johnson, they had that game in their grasp, and they let it go.
We heard Bob Airy talk about it. It's probably a good thing that they're going to play right away. You don't have to sit and stew on that disappointing loss in overtime for a couple days. You get right back out there against Switzerland, a team that very likely they will be competing with. Because you look at Group A, you're going to have Sweden, Russia, and likely the Czech Republic, top 3. You're going to have France, Belarus, Austria, bottom 3. It is these 2 teams that will be competing for that 4th and final quarterfinal spot if everything goes according to plan. And whoever gets it will likely be determined by the outcome of this game. So lots on the line for both these teams early in this tournament.
Top line out for Switzerland, Hoffman, Niederreiter, and Corvi. And that storyline you talked about, Nino Niederreiter tweeting out a nice photo of him and Corvi as young kids 13 years ago, and now a chance to play together on the top line.
It's hard to wrap your head around that, and they're probably joking and dreaming 13 years ago about playing professional hockey or playing for Switzerland. And yet Enzo Corvi, Nino Niederreiter, they've taken different paths to get here. They play different countries, different leagues, but for now they are line mates and lighting it up together. They were fantastic in the first game.
Gregory Hoffman, the other guy in that line, a 4th-round pick of Carolina in 2012, was that shot from distance, right through the crease to the right of Marek Chiliak. Shot from the point is kicked aside as Niederreiter let that go. Corvi on the puck in the corner. Corvi swings it back up to the point. Kukan fires and nearly tipped in front. Hoffman with a good look, but he couldn't get the tip. As the play comes into the neutral zone area. Smetana works out up ice. Here's Nino Niederreiter in stride, drops it off. Hoffman fires, and that's high. He was looking glove side, and he whistled it into the glass. Smetana, puck on his stick, he fires it in. His teammates changing behind him as Reto Berra will settle it down. A veteran presence, and what does he bring to the Swiss side?
Guy who's been here before. He's had success in this format, wearing that jersey. And so you have to feel very confident playing in front of him that he'll make the stops you're counting on him to make, because that's what he's done in the past.
Another chance here for the Swiss. Shot didn't get through. Bouncing puck, backhanded down low. Swung back up to the point as Moser gets it up to the blue line. Long shot in the glove of Chiliak, working early as he gloves it down.
Vermeen right in front of the net looking for a tip there as the Swiss have done a good job getting the puck in the offensive zone, working it around, out to the point. And one of the veterans on Slovakia, Ladislav Nagy, 38 years old, had a couple assists in the first game. Former line mate of mine for 3 years. I played probably more games with him than anyone else in my NHL career with Phoenix.
Bouncing puck, quick shot, what a glove stop. Rebound in front as they jam away. And a good job from Chiliak as he closed the door just in time. Chappie, another try. That drive didn't get through. And eventually moved up ice by Kristoff. He sends it across, goes to the net, backhand, and Reto Berra making his first stop. As Chahovsky, a big body on the blue line, and he'll move up into the play.
Switzerland has Janazi, a defenseman, playing forward.
Quick transition as that pass in front and nearly fooled everybody.
Did Chiliak pull that out of the air?
Lovely stop he did as Noah Rod fired it towards the net, and you never know, good things can happen.
Rod thought this one was gonna trickle past him. A Sherway tips it, going over top, and he reaches back and grabs it. last minute. Marek Ciliak, who had a fantastic game, and here's the earlier one. He makes another glove save on. And that is a newly minted third line. Baltisberger, Shappy, 2 forwards, and Janazi, a defenseman. Up there with Andrighetto's suspension.
Andrighetto, that hit on Steven Strong in the opener, knee on knee, and unfortunately Strong from Mississauga, Ontario, sounds like some knee ligament damage, so he's in the hospital and obviously done for the tournament. So Andrighetto serving his 1-game suspension. In the slot, that shot from Bakos behind the goal line. Swung back to the far point. Jahovsky gets it down low as Hashtag put it on net. Handled by Red O'Bara. And brought up ice as Sherway sends it up for Haas as Haas goes into the corner. Gates and Haas pinned by 2 players, including Hranak. Swung across to the far side, and Fora able to keep it in. Bouncing puck in the slot, cleared out of harm's way. And skating back is Enzo Corvi for the Swiss. Plays pass with Frick, and Corvi on the move. Top line, center, gives it a go, and he misses. Far corner, long shot from distance, and that was wide of Ciliak as Hoffman gets to Corvi. Corvi drops it off. Frick fires in the skates. Rebound. Oh, that was just whistled wide. A wide open net, and unable to convert was number 38, Lucas Frick. Oh, what a sniff he just had.
Defenseman finds himself in an unusual position, catches him off guard. The other part of it is when this puck caroms off the defenseman in front, it is spinning like a top. And so Frick is trying to corral it, and he plugs his player behind the net as he's falling back and drills Hoffman in the leg with it. And a good chance gone awry.
Quick shot right off the draw. And Hoffman's just got to shake that off, I guess, as Mieter Mueller, the defenseman for the New Jersey Devils, on the ice. Another NHLer for the Swiss side.
Now you'd say something to Frick when you get to the bench.
Like, Frick, what are you doing?
It's a big rink out there, eh? Find somewhere else to shoot it.
One of those late moments. Day 3 of the IIHF World Hockey Championship as Moser trying to get that puck. He can't. As Single can, and he drives in for Slovakia. Single, near corner. Gets it back up to the blue line. And now it's a foot race the other way. Moser in, fires, glove down, and eventually Ciliak thought about playing, but he, on second thought, will squeeze it for a face-off in the Slovak zone.
Simon Moser showing the wheels on the way down the ice. Puck pops over Tchaikovsky's skates, and Moser's gonna win that foot race every time. He's got no angle, might as well try to get it over the shoulder of Ciliak, who makes a nice glove save. Moser plays for Bern, a couple Olympics under his belt. 6 times at the World Championship. You see a lot of familiar names year after year for Switzerland.
We saw this a lot in our first 2 games, Game 3 and Day 3 of the World Hockey Championship, as the officials won't let a lot go in that face-off circle. They're very quick to wave guys out as Niederreiter goes into the far corner and picks up the puck for the Swiss. Down low for Hoffman. Hoffman to Corvi. This top line, a lot of chemistry for Switzerland, and they were dynamic in that Game 1 win in overtime over Austria. Kukan lays it up ice for Nino Niederreiter. Cross for Hoffman. Has Kukan with him. Kukan down low behind the goal line. Here's Kukan. Swung across the crease, and Corvi not there in time, and it comes out of the zone, so they'll have to reset. Mutasander back for the Swiss. He's going to hang on behind Red O'Bara as his teammates changing up in front of him. So fresh legs out. Puck stretched up ice. As Sherway tries to drop that off, and Janazi is getting manhandled in the corner. Baltisberger trying to get that puck loose. It does come out front, but over the stick of Baltisberger as he has to back up. Red O'Bara back to play it behind his own net. Bakos watching him closely. Nearly 7 minutes gone in this opening period between Slovakia and Switzerland. As Butz had it knocked off his stick. Speed from Gaetan Haas as he wraps it around all the way to the far point. Mirko Müller able to shovel it in. As the puck is chipped up and racing after it, David Bondra, the son of longtime NHLer Peter Bondra. David wearing number 12. His father over 500 goals in the National Hockey League and the IIHF Hall of Fame as well. And Dad very proud of his son, Peter.
I like that, not shying away from your dad's number. Put it on number 12 just like Dad had and get right after it.
Apparently, too, Peter tweeted out watching his son score in an exhibition game before this tournament, and he was in the house and was very proud. He tweeted it out, watching his son now compete for the national team. And when your dad's in the IIHF Hall of Fame, that says something. As we get closer to the midway point of this first period, the Swiss trying to get some offensive pressure going, but Single picks it off, works it to Skolicki. Stretch pass up quickly. Riyad had it for a moment, and then able to backhand it in.
Switzerland really likes those long stretch passes to stationary wingers posted at the blue lines. Now you can tip that puck in, but it's hard to get pressure.
Christoph looking for Yurko, and Yurko backhanded. Red Opera, the glove stop. Thomas Yurko from the Chicago Blackhawks, that close. '25-year-old Thomas Yurko, who won a Memorial Cup with the Sea Dogs back in 2011 and a Calder Cup in 2013 with Grand Rapids, so he's had success throughout his career and nearly opened the scoring for Slovakia, streaking in.
Teases you with his skill. You see flashes at the NHL level or here, and you wonder why he doesn't produce more back in North America.
It's a funny thing, sometimes, you know, that open ice or competing for your country, or
but even back in the NHL, you'll see the odd flash of size, strength, and skill, and you're like, why can't that come out just a little bit more often?
Christoph sends it back into his own zone. Stretched up ice from the captain, Andre Sekera, who wears the C, plays for the Edmonton Oilers, and a veteran presence on the back end for Slovakia in his 7th World Championship, and he's been named a top 3 player for his nation every time he's competed at the Worlds.
And he's on his way to do it again with a goal and an assist in their first game, 3-2 loss.
Had a great playoff run a couple years back with the Oilers, and then unfortunately had the tear in his knee, and that ended his run. Back healthy though and competing is Hoffman battling in the corner. As that's chipped along the boards and out by Jahovsky, and then all the way down. Rittobero, nice job to play that to Mirko Müller. Wraps it around for Nino Niederreiter. He goes cross country, but a bad break and a turnover. Quick shot, and that stopped Rittobero. Boy, has he been sharp. As Bakos had a chance, long rip. That from the slot, and that's high and over everything off the back of the glass. It's David Butz and Bakos, 2 great chances here for Slovakia early. Point shot knocked down, didn't get through. As Granit let it go. Nino Niederreiter is going to get it in deep and go off for a change. As Joel Vermeen gets it down low, puck near the crease. Vermeen drives towards the net, and hustling back is Sander for the Swiss. Swings it across for Kukan. Dean Kukan steps over the blue line. Kukan. Sander fires. That's high and over everything. Sander, pretty good shot, but he missed by a few feet. And he's back on it. Ramon Sander at the far wall. Swung up ice for Moser. And as Moser can't get there in time. A turnover, and nice job from Riyad to get it deep one more time for the Swiss. As Adam Janusik behind his own net, chips it to Christian Jaros, who is an Ottawa Senators prospect. Played a couple games in the NHL, 2 with Ottawa last season.
And a nice opportunity for him to step up and play at a higher level than he played most of the year. Niederreiter looking to go back across the seams. Missed pass and allowed Bakos to step into this one. He tries to go up top, but Reto Berra reading the stick. And I used to hate that as a shooter. When the goaltender is barely moving, you think you make a good shot to the corner. He reads your eyes, your hands, the position of the puck on your blade, and he reads the puck off your blade before you even release it. And he's got his blocker right where you went to shoot it. Curtis Joseph used to do that to me all the time at practice. I'd do a great shot going top shelf, and I think I'm gonna score on him. He's got his glove sitting up there before I even shoot it. And I'm wondering, what am I doing? What's my tell? And he would explain it to me. How you drop your hand, where the puck is on your blade. Reto Berra showing Bakos how that works.
That is incredible. Almost like, you know, a pitcher or a hitter getting a scouting report, or vice versa.
By the windup, they can tell where it's gonna go.
Face off to the right of Chiliak, controlled by the Swiss. Dumped in deep. Nice moves on the near wall. Back up to Mueller at the point. That shot scores! Deflected in front as Mueller let it go. And that was tipped as the Swiss open up the scoring. Tristan Sherway got the stick on it in front. And he gets the Swiss on the board.
Yeah, Sherway gets into the body of Jaros early, try to establish position. You don't just stand in front and let him check you. You can go and check him. And swinging at that puck caught a piece of Sherway, it looks like. Jaros perhaps as well, and no chance for Ciliak as it goes between his legs. But that's how you get into a screen. You don't just stand there and wait for the defenseman to push you out of the way. You can engage into his body, establish position. You do it at the right time and you can free yourself up. Sherway, really nice job staying alive in front of the net to get a piece of that one.
Tristan Sherway making it a 1-0 hockey game in his first men's world championship. He played in Pyeongchang, was pointless in that tournament. And he's won 4 Swiss National League titles with Bern. And Genasi, a little high five and some celebrations on the bench.
It's a working man's goal though. Grinding in front, pushing and shoving, finding a way to get a piece of a shot on a tip.
And right after that, the Swiss putting their top line back out. Hoffman, Niederreiter, and Corby. As that's just out of the reach of Jurko, who had a glorious chance earlier in this period, but met Reto Berra with a nice stop. Ladislav Nagy battles in the corner. As Nagy continues to skate after that puck all the way back to Sekera. As Sekera is back in his own zone to collect it. Sekera wraps it along the boards. Turnover. As Nino Niederreiter dishes that off. Long shot. Rebound in front, and Hoffman was right there, and it hopped over his stick. Here comes Haška. The other way for Slovakia. Haška battles. Tough angle shot. Rebound to the left of Berra. Calmly fired down the ice. As Deluga picks it up for Slovakia. Deluga and Graniuk. Long shot from distance brought in offside as Mikus let it go. Swiss striking first. They lead 1-0. Sunday night hockey in Copenhagen. It is game 3 of our triple header, and Switzerland on the board, a 1-0 advantage on the tip in front by Tristan Sherway. Nice shot from the point from Mirko Mueller. Deflected perfectly. Mueller, the 18th overall pick of the Sharks back in 2013. And a guy that the Swiss will rely on as we get deeper into this tournament.
It's amazing you watch the differences sometimes, guys, in North America versus internationally. And Mirko Mueller here is very physical. Along the wall in front of his own net. You don't really see that out of him with the Devils or the Sharks to the same degree you see it here.
Mikus battling in the corner, but the Swiss able to flip it up ice. And Christian Jaros has to settle it down, and he settles it right into his own bench. So we'll have a face-off.
And battling in front of the net, you got to know where the puck is and when your man is. And sometimes it's a game of inches. Tchaikovsky, good job recognizing both and being quick to react to the puck popping down as Hoffman was coming in the back door looking for an empty netter.
Tchaikovsky played in the OHL with Kingston and Ottawa in his second men's world championship, and he's a big blue liner, 6'4". As this is swung back to Kukan. Up at the blue line, Kukan tries to swing it to the far circle. He wanted Niederreiter, who just spins and fires it towards the net. Kukan, little backhand. Riyad, one-time shot, kicked aside, another chance, and Chiliak made that stop in the second attempt, well over the net. Adam Janosik chasing after the puck and can't chip it out of the zone as it's fired back in. Joel Vermeen behind the net. Back up to the point. Kukan tried to throw it towards the net as the Swiss changing on the fly behind the play and still kept in. And finally, and Slovakia wanting a change as well as they control, and Janosik drops it off. Centering pass in front and the tip. And a nice job from Ladislav Nagy to try create something, but no opportunity available. Ladislav Nagy back to work, protecting the puck. Spins, fires right on. Red O'Bara, though, steers that aside. Yorko back to the top. Big shot, and that's kicked aside. Rebound. And it goes to the right as Tchaikovsky. He's got a big shot. He let it go, but Red O'Bara has been very sharp in this first period so far. Under 6 minutes to go in this first 20 minutes. The crowd at Royal Arena getting into it. Just held into the blue line and backhanded back in deep. As Tchaikovsky has to hustle back. He has Sekera with him. And the Swiss a much needed change behind the play. Tristan Sherway assessing things, and the goal scorer decides to go off as well. The chip and chase is on from Marchenko as he dumps it into the corner and skates after the puck. Nice job from Mirko Mueller to move it around the boards out of the Swiss zones and then backhanded right back in. So Red O'Bara will settle it down. Calming presence back there in net for Switzerland. Moved up to Hoffman. Gregory Hoffman breaks on, little backhand. Gets it low to Corvi. Corvi couldn't handle it. It's the other 71, DeLuga. Chipping into the neutral zone. DeLuga's got it. Fires, kick stop, rebound DeLuga. That second opportunity didn't find the net. Back up to the point, long shot in front. The battle continues. And the Swiss able to clear the zone as Eric DeLuga, a nice shot, and that created a couple of opportunities.
He can help out with his legs. An excellent skater. And that one might be straight out. Oh, they're calling a tip.
The Swiss lead 1-0 here at Royal Arena. Welcome back inside Royal Arena. We've had a couple sellouts already in this tournament. Day 3, IIHF World Hockey Championship, and a very solid crowd here on a Sunday night.
Got to rotate a lot of people through this building because after every game they clear the building, whole new set of tickets for the next game. So on Sunday and Saturday, 3 full sets of 10,000 plus.
And a big beer gardens outside as well, as everyone enjoying the entire World Championship experience as Mirko Müller starts that play up ice. Baltusberger chasing for the Swiss. Sekera neatly backhands that off. As Bakos is going to dump that off with under 4 minutes to go in this first period.
Slovakia just had 6 players on the ice for about 10 seconds, and that was not lost on Olivier Gouin. Canadian referee makes the call. There he is, number 6.
Slovakia bench minor penalty for too many men on the ice.
A full control breakout. That wasn't on a change. A full control breakout going on with 6 guys before someone finally realized it and dove towards the bench.
With head coach Craig Ramsey looking on, he signed a 2-year deal.
Here we go, everyone up. There's 4, there's 5. Here comes a guy changing. Nobody even jumping on for him. As Bakos heads to the players bench, but he was involved swinging. Yeah, you tell him. Too many men is right.
So Switzerland on the power play. Face off in front of Marek Chiliak, controlled by the Swiss. That shot knocked down. And now a foot race for it, and swatting at it, Marchenko as he goes to work. Marchenko behind the net. Redo Berra plays it. Marchenko, big hit as he drives his man hard into the wall, and then he goes off for a change. Physical play. As Haas, a nice angle, drops it off. Gaetan Haas, the nice pass to the far wall. Swung down low, and that shot hits Haas again. And then eventually Slovakia able to clear.
Corby a little shaken up after that big hit by Marchenko on the forecheck. He saw him coming, tried to slide out of the way.
Turnover behind the nets, and again, Redo Berra had to be sharp. As David Boots in the area. Here's Hoffman. 2 minutes, 40 seconds to go in the first period as Hoffman gets it down low to Nino Niederreiter. Gets the pass back. Nino Niederreiter. Drops it off. Untersander.
He's not the guy you want running the half wall with an Untersander.
And then Untersander nearly takes a penalty coming back.
He's the defenseman. Once he gets in that spot, you gotta find a relief valve for both Untersander, knowing that he doesn't want the puck there, doesn't want to have to make those decisions in tight spaces.
Nino Niederreiter, nice little drag move over the blue line. He fires it along the boards. Back up to the far wall. Hoffman tried to chip it down low. Sekera, though, meets him. And it's fired all the way down the ice as his job from Sekera to tap that away. He's going to go out for a change, so the captain has a breather. Mirko Müller behind his own net. To Sherway. Here's Sherway, your goal scorer in this hockey game with some speed. As the power play comes to an end. And banging his stick was Jurko, who was looking for it, serving that too many men call, and a good guy to have serving it because a few seconds earlier he would have had a breakaway.
You don't mind that if you're a guy who doesn't kill penalties anyways, and it's a bench minor, you're like, put me in there, because I don't feel that guilty if we get scored against, but I have the chance to step out of the box and maybe catch a break going the other way.
As Jurko now goes off for a change. And we're into the final minute of this first period as Bakos tried to pass that across. Moser works it up. Wanted that return pass, and that was broken up. As Moser couldn't get there in time, as Vermeen couldn't find him. And back the other way is Bakos. Pass in front and able to shut things down is Redo Berra with 41 seconds remaining in this first period.
So far, he's making sure that Sherway's goal stands up. There you see the wrister from Diaz on the way in. Sherway, while battling Jaros, finds a way to tip it down and in. Pointing out to the point man, thank you very much. I like that one. A little congratulations from the bench. I wasn't sure if I got it. And a little debate about who gets credit for the goal. Tristan, word to the wise. It's that close, you can just say it's yours.
Pad the stats. Pad the stats. Slovakia maintaining control. That shot off the side of the net. Chipped along the near wall as Nino Niederreiter skating after it. Skranek gets there first, stretches it up ice. Smetana. Backhand down low as David Bondra fell, lost an edge, and got knocked off the puck with 13 seconds remaining. And then taken down is Smetana in the corner. And we got a goal.
That's going to be Diaz with the hold initially, see if anything else comes from the scrum. Slovakia's got to recognize they have a power play coming up. Don't let them even it up. Rafael Diaz, he's saying that's a bad call. When you watch the replay, Rafael Diaz, you realize it's the correct call. You jump around the player with your open arm, grab his right shoulder, knock him off balance. That is the definition of holding. Good call by the officials. And Slovakia goes to the power play with under 10 seconds left to play in the first period.
His sister actually coached the Swiss women's team at the Pyeongchang Olympics. Rafael playing 5 seasons in North America, Habs, Canucks, Flames.
Swiss women had a player that led the tournament in scoring. A young player headed to Boston to play college hockey in a couple of years who just lit it up. He was the talk of the tournament on the women's side.
Michael Kristoff, important draw and a chance here. A couple seconds on the power play. Back up to Sekera. Sends it across. That shot didn't get through. Rebound, swung to the far wall, and time winds down on this opening period. Slovakia, though, will start the second period with 1 minute, 51 seconds remaining. Bob Airy, Mark Rowe with your intermission on TSN and the NHL Network. Welcome back inside Royal Arena. Second period about to get underway. 1 goal. Beating Marek Chiliak in that opening frame. It came from Tristan Sherway. Shots 12-9 in favor of Slovakia, and Redo Berra has stopped all 12 so far. So Slovakia will start the second period on a power play. 1 minute, 51 seconds remaining with the captain, Rafael Diaz, in the box. And down by 1, critical to get the special teams going.
Yeah, opportunity to start the period on the right foot, get your top players a couple touches. Even if you don't score, get some momentum, some positivity on the bench. And this game feels like Switzerland in control because they have the only goal, but Slovakia was good in that first period, pretty much equal period, just haven't scored yet. Opportunity is there.
So a turnover, and Sherway back on the puck, centering pass, short-handed shot, scores! Top corner, Mirko Mueller from the back end. What a goal! Wow, that one hurts. Short-handed goal, 2-0 Switzerland.
The worst case scenario there for Slovakia as Mirko Mueller makes no mistake. Everyone flying by the puck, thinking the offense is going, and look at all the eyes focused on Sherway, Kristoff, and Bakos, and Sekera. Everyone drawn in. And who's the dangerous guy? Mueller right in front of the net, all alone on a breakaway. Nice play by Sherway, who's having himself a night. A goal and an assist now. 2-0 Switzerland.
And remember, Sherway was the guy who tipped the puck, and at the last second, Chiliak reached back and grabbed it from the crease, so he could have a 3-point night and 2 goals, but the Swiss pretty happy. A shorthanded goal. Let's see how Slovakia can respond. They've still got a lot of time here on the power play to get sorted out. As it comes back to the point. Backhand down low as Jaros gets it low right through the crease, and that went through the legs. And I'm able to convert as the play goes behind the net. Hashka back up to the point. Hashka picks it up from the near circle. That shot couldn't get through. And sent over to Graniak. Nice job from the Swiss, and then a player hauled down, and that easily could have been called. Back in at the near wall as Hashak couldn't get that going and sent all the way down the ice, and then Chiliak plays it along the boards, backhanded, back in on the near wall. Sherway's at it again. Sherway waits, drag move. Who is this guy?
Is he our Mario Lemieux of the night?
Unbelievable. Sherway all over the ice. As Kristoff breaks through over the blue line, gets it in deep, but the penalty comes to an end as Sekera picks it up. And a veteran like Sekera, oh man, then he takes a big-time bump, gets back up. Sekera is a guy that Slovakia might need to rely on not only offensively, but maybe to settle the guys down on the bench a little bit. Nothing worse than a short-handed goal given up.
This year, all the talking in between periods. We got a power play here, boys. Let's go get a good start. Let's even things up. And then a pretty lackadaisical effort from just about everybody on the ice. You're down 2.
Here's Bondra. Quick shot, swallowed up. Redo Berra. Redo Berra seems to be in one of those grooves. Unless you get right into his crenching or start screening things, he is stopping everything.
Well, you got to try to generate a grade A chance like this one as Sherway teed up Mirko Mueller. And nothing better than in the box. Yes, just the way I planned it. I'll take the penalty like a good captain will, because I know we're going to score a shorthanded goal. And Mueller has been a force
that was
for Switzerland.
Like over in Herning, the other pool, Finland against Korea. Took 2 early penalties, scored 2 shorthanded goals, so I guess whatever works. I mean, you could do that against some of the weaker sides, but once it gets going, you play the tougher teams
advise
in your
that
group.
Against Sweden or Russia.
No, not going to work out. Kukan hustling, but he can't keep it there in time. So the Swiss will reset in their own zone. As Fora moves it up ice. Nino Niederreiter cutting in. He drives. Niederreiter driving in. And that shot just wide as he took it right through the blue paint. Penalty to come. Extra attacker on, and Diaz has it. The captain swings it across. Corby fanned on it. Tries to protect that puck as Corby, top line center. Gets it back up to Mueller. Mueller plays pass with Corby as Mueller has it one more time. Corby, backdoor, in front to the forehand. They tuck it in, they keep jamming. Another chance, scores!
Whistle clearly went before the puck went in, but I don't think Celiak ever had it. Diaz and the Swiss, I think, have a pretty good case here. Nothing you can do. There's no argument you can make. Patrick Fisher understands that. He's got the wry smile because the goalie was out. They make the nice little seam pass here. And does Celiak have that there? No, not at all.
66 minor penalty for a holding.
He did not have that covered at any point. And Diaz makes a nice pass in front. Rebound caroms around. Does Celiak ever have this covered? Not. Yeah, maybe he was just getting his glove on top of it. I don't think he ever had control of that one. It's the offensive player in me. He was on his way down, but Diaz beat him to the spot. Either way, though, power play for Switzerland.
As the youngster, Martin Theraberry is in the box, ranked 15th for NHL Central Scouting for European skaters, so I'm sure a lot of scouts in the house watching him, and he played with Malmo, about a 30-minute train ride with the Red Hawks.
We got about 20 of them right to our left here sitting in the stands, all the NHL pro and amateur scouts in the building. And for the undrafted guys or the draft eligible guys like Faravari, they are curious to see it, but they recognize it's a hard tournament unless you're Austin Matthews or Patrick Laine. This is a man's tournament. It is not meant for teenagers to be successful. It's very difficult.
Faravari from Bratislava, which will host the World Championship, the medal round next year in Slovakia. So the Swiss and Corby on the power plays. Corby tried to get it up top to Janasi. Corby then gets bumped down as Tchaikovsky, a big body defenseman, knocked him down. Sekera in a foot race behind the net, chips it along the wall. And a single, couldn't get it out. Minute 15 to go in this power play. Corby behind the net, the backhand pass, but nobody there. It's kept in just in time and sent down low by Janasi. Then Corby hauled down, quick shot as Haas let it go, and another penalty. Shot stopped, touched up by Tchaikovsky in front as Red O'Bara was going to the box.
And you can tell how comfortable Corby is playing the puck on the half wall. It's not always easy to pull it off the wall, understand who's coming at you, where to move it right away, and Corby's got no problem. Watch him take this bounce pass, recognize Tchaikovsky's reaching and leaning, slips it through him, dances past him, and that's an easy call to make. And a 57-second 5-on-3 coming up as Celiak's been busy to start this second period. Switzerland scored one already shorthanded. Now they're trying to add a power play goal to the mix.
Not only that, that's two defensemen in the box for Slovakia as well, and Tchaikovsky they rely on a lot. Faravari, the youngster, 19 years of age. And what an opportunity now.
Now you get to see a defenseman take a face-off. As Marchenko's been kicked out.
Do they practice that a lot?
Christian Jaros. Look, you don't understand. He does not look comfortable. That does not look comfortable.
Well, you know, what if he would have won the draw? He might have been the new guy.
Oh.
And a terrible turnover there, and he's moving up ice.
What a wasted opportunity by Sander.
Jaros was looking for the home run pass. Well, hey, if Jaros would have won it, maybe he's the new go-to guy, right?
I'm guessing not with that stance. He'll never be the go-to guy on face-offs.
He looked like me taking your face-off with a golf club. Nino Niederreiter, the turnover, tried the centering pass. Niederreiter's on it, drops it off to the far circle. Those are parked in front. Shot from Hoffman, and that was stopped and deflects into the right corner. Hoffman wants it again. He's banging for it. One-time shot. Kick stop that time, Celiak. Hoffman can rip it. Sander sends it down low. Corby, Hoffman, backdoor, and that was broken up. Unfortunately, Sander couldn't get that good shot off. I think I'd rather have Niederreiter taking that shot as they were setting up on the power play. There is Niederreiter dropping it off for Hoffman. Had the opportunity to watch that other Hoffman in the NHL for the Senators shoot it, left-handed shot, and he can sure let it go. No relation, obviously. as the Slovaks move it up ice. Driving the net and looking for a tip there was David Bondra. Nice boots. And Bondra up front on this penalty kill situation. 25 seconds remaining. Gaetan Haas drops that back. Rafael Diaz, the captain. Haas gets it and fires it in. Chiliak tried to settle it down as Baltisberger. Oh, he gets dropped in the corner, face first. Haas trying to help him out. Baltisberger to Haas. Behind the net. Oh, nice little move as he tried to dangle and come out front. Penalty comes to an end. So a nice kill from Slovakia. Maybe that'll give them a little bit of momentum as Diaz, the captain, fires it back in. Shot from distance, not a great angle, handled easily by Chiliak. Chipped up high and finally into the Swiss zone, and Slovaks a much needed change.
Nope.
They whistle it down, it's icing, so no change available.
We got a tired group out there. Some of the shots that Chiliak had to fight off. Hoffman was the trigger guy. And a good power play understands who the puck has to go through. And it always works best when the puck gets into your playmaker's hands. In Switzerland's case, that's Corby. Corby is the guy they want the puck with. He puts everyone in the right spot. He puts the puck where it needs to go, recognizes the dangerous guy, and when he had it, they had chances. When it ran through someone else, they did not.
Choppy wins the draw clean. Rod fires, but they're going to have to redo that face-off one more time. So you played, Mike, and you've seen this, and what is it? Is it a communication problem? Why so many resets here in the face-off circle in this tournament so far?
Well, face-offs are about cheating. It's about trying to get the advantage as much as you can before the puck is dropped and while it's being dropped. And they are running a very tight standard and blowing them down if they think that you or your teammates are cheating more than they like. And so guys are having a hard time not trying to get an advantage as pucks are dropped.
Fora had to hustle back as Ladislav Nagy was looking to break loose, and Nagy's on it. And he gets spun around right at the blue line. That's going to be whistled down. So the Slovaks to the power play when we come back.
Team Switzerland, player number 19, 2 minutes penalty for Luki.
Mike, you're telling me you were chatting with your old teammate, Ladislav Nagy, 38 years of age.
Yeah.
He's still fast enough. He blew right by the blue line there, drew a penalty. He still got it.
When I see Laddie, my old buddy, my old teammate in the lobby this morning at the hotel, we're having a nice chat. First thing he says is, I'm too old. These guys are too fast. I'm like, nah, you look pretty good. He's like, no, they're all too fast. I said, they are fast now, aren't they? Because he was considered a very quick player when he was in his 20s. And even he acknowledges players from all countries are just so fast now. Everybody is quick. But he's fast enough there to draw a penalty with his legs. So now he needs to be quick and find a way to generate a goal for his team.
Didn't he ask you why you're not still playing? He didn't give you a shot back?
He knows. I am far too old, too slow, and broken down.
I wouldn't trade you for anybody, Mike Johnson. Glad you're up here in the booth. Mike Johnson, Brian Mudryk.
I did hear your last game saying you wish I was down between the benches. I don't want to take that.
There's still time. Power play time right on net. A good drive there. And Jahovsky, the blue liner, was pinching in as Sekera. And Tchaikovsky, play pass, and Sekera, oh, he just kept it in. Sekera, good job. Nearly came out of the zone. Sekera, long shot. And that whistled wide. Sekera scoring a goal like that earlier in the tournament from distance as Mueller Chips it to the far wall, and Simon Moser gets it up to Sherway. Sherway, who's had a heck of a game for the Swiss.
You can notice his energy. And it's not that he's the most skilled, but he is bringing the energy every shift. Lively legs, making a difference.
Little drag move, and just one move too many, and offside the call.
It was a good one by Bakos. And you gotta be aware of where everyone is on the ice, because if you want to do this outside the blue line, it's fine if you're on your own, but if you have a guy equal with you, that will put him offside, as the little delay, which was gorgeous in full flight, was enough to put Hashak offside on the far wing.
So face off outside of the Swiss zone. As we approach the midway point of the second period, our third game on TSN and NHL Network. High bouncing puck, Bakos lost it along the far wall, and Jaros is back for Slovakia. As the Ottawa Senators prospect has it, moves it up ice. Branik behind his own net. Drops that off. Fired into the corner, and it's a foot race centering pass in front. Puck bouncing around. As Frick comes in.
Frick's a nice skater for a defenseman. He is very comfortable with the puck moving forward.
Back to 5-on-5, so another successful penalty kill. Fake shot, and fired along the boards from Hashchuk. Turnover, Corby swiping at it. Gets some help from Hoffman, as it was brought back in offside. So we talked about Sherway, impressive in this hockey game. The fans are always impressive, that's no doubt, in Royal Arena. And when else in these two teams caught your eye?
Enzo Corby again. Yeah, not so much in the first period, but you see what happens when he gets the puck on his stick. Number 71, #1 center for Switzerland. He's dynamic. He is so shifty one-on-one that he's able to put defenders in tough spots more often than not. I think he's a little guy. Take advantage of him physically, maybe take a run at him. And he loves that, because as soon as you start chasing him, he's got you.
A lot of open ice, and I'm sure fans over in Heritage a chance to see Connor McDavid work for Team Canada. They smoked Korea earlier today. Lost the Americans in that shootout. As that's brought up ice by the captain, Diaz, sent up ahead, and again the speed of Hoffman. He was trying to cut in, get a scoring opportunity. Knocked off the puck as Boots sends that up ice. Diaz picks that off. Butensander has it. Butensander sends it all the way up to the Slovakia blue line. Hoffman chips that in. Hoffman's going off for a change. Battle in the corner continues as it's dropped off, shot, stopped. Shoppy was parked in front. Baltusberger chasing after it. Baltusberger, tough angle again. As Chiliak stops that. Sekera in the mix, trying to poke that puck free. And eventually flipped down the ice as David Boots is trying to relieve some pressure and get his teammates a chance to change up. Just over 9 minutes to go. That shot, Chiliak swallows it up. A good strike from Dean Kukan, streaking in from the blue line. From the Cleveland Monsters in the AHL. Over in Herning in the other group. As we follow Group B and keep you up to date, Finland a 4-0 advantage over Latvia, and Sebastian Aho having a game over there now has 7 points total to lead the tournament. Long shot from distance, didn't get through. He's got 1 more point than Raquel, who plays in our group. That drive to the net turned aside as Skalecki tried to bring it in front of the net. Couldn't get a good opportunity. Under 9 minutes to go now in the second period as Riat picks that off. Frick just over his stick. Janosik had it flipped over his head. Chipped towards the front of the net. As that settled down and sent up to the captain, Rafael Diaz. It's funny, we see on all nations the defensemen not scared to jump up in the play offensively. And for some of these teams, some of their best offensive threats are defensemen. Look out, Sherway, head up, drops it off, in front, deflected and just wide. I don't think Sherway realized how much time and space he had when he lifted his head. A lot of open ice ahead of him. Noah Rod, spinning, firing, tough angle, hit the side of the net. Rod back on the puck. Noah Rod again tries to get it through. We've seen Rod play at a couple World Junior Championships. Nico Hischier as an underager played at the U18s 3 straight years and then also starred the same year at the World Juniors. And you know the rest of the story with him. #1 overall draft pick, the New Jersey Devils, and great season.
Could have been the World Juniors this year again. Could be here. Switzerland wishes he was.
Sonder has it, shot, knocked down in front. Nino Niederreiter at #5 in 2010 was the top drafted Swiss player all time until Hischier went #1 last year. And this year's draft coming up in Dallas in June. As Corby keeps it in at the blue line. Dishes that down low into the corner. Nino Niederreiter back up to the point. Sonder let it go, stopped. And Kukan was coming in. Couldn't get an opportunity, and a 2-on the other way. Kristoff in, backhand in front as Kristoff tried to set up Jurko, who's driving towards the net. Jurko upended, long shot, and Jurko tipped that just wide. Jurko, one of those offensive threats that has to get going here for Slovakia. 2 chances in front, Jurko again. Couldn't get the backhand on it in time. Up to Niederreiter, took an awkward hit. Looks to be all right, and he calls for a change. Slovakia at some point has to start gambling. Bakos driven hard into the corner. As Michael Fora hit him up. Baltusberger advances the puck into Slovakia's zone. Nearly a turnover there in the corner as the puck comes out of the zone, and Lucas Frick is on it, turns it over though. Frick, the turnover. Bakos sends it back, shot again, didn't get through, and then the 2 Slovak players collide, and nearly a home run pass for Janasi, who is coming in hot. No one could get the pass to him. As Boots tips it in deep. Backhanded around the net. As the battle continues in the corner. Christian Jaros nearly got caught. Sekera, though, good thing, was fast and backed him up. Boots driving into the corner. Met by Michael Fora. As Boots loses that battle, and it's sent up the ice. Chipped ahead for Damian Riad, who is streaking in, but a step too far, so it's whistled down as icing.
This is an important last 5 minutes of this period for Slovakia, as they've had a couple forays into the offensive zone. 2-on-1 that almost materialized. Then the point shot, Jurko all alone, he wants it. He tips it beautifully all the way across as he wanted, just pulled it too much. And out the back door, but look, he slams the stick and says, give it to me here. He wants a pass. He gets one onto his tape and tips it wide. And after that extended shift and a late ice, Switzerland calls their timeout. Patrick Fisher recognizes how important these last 5 minutes are. He wants to get to the intermission with at least this 2-goal lead. So he's going to give his tired group a rest. It's not about strategy. It's more just about the rest. Make sure that they are prepared for the defense's own face-off, a clear enough change.
Patrick Fisher, in his third year behind the bench, he replaced Glenn Hamlin. He played 27 NHL games for the Coyotes, played in the 1994 World Juniors, and his number 21 is actually retired by Zug in the SHL. Zug, back in 2015, hosted the Under-18 World Hockey Championship, and we talked about Sebastian Aho. He flew over just in time to play in that gold medal game, lost in overtime to the Americans on a team led by Austin Matthews.
Yeah, Red O'Bara understands how to get a whistle, a little more of a break, as he's calling for some ice repairs in his crease.
Frick comes over and says, right on.
Good call. Should have done this before. We wouldn't have to waste our time out.
There you go.
And here comes the ice. We're gonna get some skates on the ice. Oh, he's coming with, so the ice repairman now has a fire extinguisher, and that is a instant way to harden an ice repair. So they're gonna put the slush in, they're gonna smooth it out, then they shoot it with whatever chemicals are in a fire extinguisher, and that helps make it hard right away. Rivera pointing out what he wants repaired.
Also a pretty effective way to clear out the beer gardens as well if you need it, but not recommended health-wise.
And here we go. Let her go. This is not unusual. This is not only a World Championship thing. We see this in North America for an instant repair. And we are in the 6th game in 2 days. Nice weather outside, morning skates, and a lot of people shuffling in and out of the doors, so the humidity changes within the rink. I think the ice has actually held up pretty well given all that it's been under. And a reminder, this is the first time ice has been put down in this arena for this tournament. This was built in lots of rock concerts and shows here, but not hockey games. So I think everyone knew going in that this would be a bit of an issue as the ice is still breaking itself in. So quick repair, off we go. Now everyone's rested.
I feel fresh. I mean, I'm ready.
I just shot you with a fire extinguisher.
You know, trivia, first ever event here was actually a Metallica concert. I'm sure they had a lot of fireworks and lights and smoke as that's kicked aside by Red O'Bara. In front, quick shot. Oh, what a stop by Bera. One of his best saves of the hockey game as Ladislav Nagy, your former teammate, nearly brought his side within one.
When I gave him those, he always put them in.
Turnover, Moser nearly gave it away, but a good job to fight and get the puck in deep. Otherwise, Nagy would have been away. Kristoff steps over the blue line. Has Nagy with him as Kristoff bumped off the puck. Ladislav Nagy in pursuit. This is Yurko. Nice job by Tereveri. Young defenseman in the corner. A lot of scouts watching that young man. Played in 2 World Juniors, 2 U18s. Shot didn't get through. Sekera, he's on it. Slides it across. Tereveri works it down low for Single. Picked off and moved out of the zone from Haas. Nice puck battle there, and Haas wins it. Good second effort. He's by the bench, so when you're there, you might as well change up, and he does. Long backhand in by Marchenko. Red O'Bara. Nice job to swing it along the boards. It's intercepted, though, and Single's back on it. Single. Marchenko gets his feet on it behind the net. In front, swinging shot, and Red O'Bara lost it for a second. Comes back up to the point, in the slot. Shot fired, glove stop, Red O'Bara. Great save with Marchenko parked right in front. Welcome back to Royal Arena, and Reto Berra has been perfect. Another great save in his 6th straight World Championship, playing in game number 26. He won that silver back in 2013. That was the Swiss's first medal since way back in 1953, where he shared the net with Marty Gerber. But he's standing tall here in his first game for Switzerland. Shot from a tough angle high and stays in play. Didn't touch the net. Back up to the point. Another drive from distance, goes behind the net. Mirko Müller tries to work the puck up ice and does, as Diaz gets it out of the zone. That's fired in by Granick.
Oh, no. Toe pick by Hasek on his way across the line.
Allows Baltusberger to streak in, but that's whistled down offside.
And there you see how tight the officials call icing. Rafael Diaz had to be 2 feet from the red line, and he didn't make it. They call it. Craig Ramsey recognizing under 3 left, get your offensive line out there. So it's Christoph Nagy-Jurko, who had some good chances in this period, trying to take advantage of a bad ice.
Craig Ramsey, the Buffalo Sabres Hall of Fame, won the Selke back in 1985. And coached you for a bit, so he's got to be good.
He had his work cut out for him on our team. We were Tampa before Tampa was good with John Tortorella as the head coach. He was our defensive coach, and we needed work. So good thing he was a teacher. And I talked to Craig Ramsey a couple days ago in the hotel, and first thing he just said was, it's tough. These tournaments are tough, and that was his #1 takeaway about how things are going. Is just Slovakia is in that group of countries that are 6 to 11, and they don't have the kind of high-end talent that maybe they had earlier. Hossa, Ziggy Palffy, Zdeno Chara, Pavel Dimitra, and so they're in it grind every tournament, every game. They don't have enough good players to blow out the weaker teams, and he recognizes that he has a big challenge in front of him every tournament.
Miro Shatan, who's the general manager, the all-time leader, 75 points in 88 games played.
Good.
Wisnowski, pretty good defenseman as well. Shot from distance. Sander missed it. Corby swings it to Nino Niederreiter, who goes to battle in the corner. Corby, his boyhood buddy, getting a play together years later together at a World Championship. Houston Sander wanted Niederreiter and then finds him in near wall. He tried to chip it into the zone as that's picked off by Boots. And Sekera is back for Slovakia with 2 minutes remaining in the second period, and no one able to beat Reto Berra, at least not yet in this hockey game. Bouncing puck up ahead. The sprint is on, and Tchaikovsky wins it. Gets there in time. A collision behind the play as the Swiss move it up ice. Drag move, backhand, and right through the crease. Oh, that was Joel Vermeen making moves. No one there, though, to collect that pass as Vermeen. Little backhand up to the point. Swung across. Long shot didn't get through as Michael Fora let it go from the blue line. And eventually Boots moves it up to Bondra. Bondra drops and drives towards the net. Shot deflected into the corner. Boots is on it. Bondra swinging at it, unable to get to the puck in time. Him and Fora battling. Bondra tries to shove him. And the chip and chase is on for Simon Moser. Moser hustling in there as we're into the final minute here in the second period at Royal Arena. And a quick change on the Swiss bench. We've seen a few too many men calls already, and that was close. As Gaetan Haas swings it across, shot all the way down the ice, and quick to play it is Chiliak. He's going to whistle along the boards. Nikus ships it to the far wall. Bakos there. Time running out in the second period for the Slovaks, and Corby, good work in the neutral zone. He picks that off. Big shot right on the money and played quickly as Reto Shapi let it go, and Chiliak decided to play it. 9 seconds to go. Maybe one last chance. Granick tries to chip it in. Bouncing puck, Nino Niederreiter has it, and time winds down. And through 40 minutes, Red O'Bara still perfect as Nino Niederreiter and company a 2-0 advantage. Your intermission to come on TSN and NHL Network.
Slovakia 6, Switzerland 11.
Introducing the 2018 IIHF Player 66. Team 66. Live updates. And introducing Guessing Game. Predict each game's final score. Win points and compete with hockey fans around the world. From any smart device, in your own language. The 2018 IIHF app, powered by Skoda. Download it now from the Apple App Store and Google Play. Skoda. Simply
Slovakia number 66, minor penalty for holding.
don't break my hand.
No, if you don't want to hurt your hand. Keep the fingers crossed.
We are approaching 10 p.m. local time, Sunday night here in Copenhagen. And our final game of a tripleheader right here on TSN NHL Network. A 2-0 lead for Switzerland, goals by Tristan Sherway, and a short-handed marker from Mirko Müller to make it 2-0. And Reto Berra so far 18 saves for Switzerland, and they're now 20 minutes away from a big win. Not only a win, but a real opportunity to make the Final Four here in Group A.
Well, that short-handed goal is looming large because it gives them a little bit of a cushion. Reto Berra has been sharp in an opportunity that Slovakia thought they would have to tie the game. In fact, went the other way, put them down by 2.
So play underway here in the third period. As the captain is down low, Diaz working it behind his own net. Up to Sherway, who's had some jump in this hockey game.
He's got no trouble getting his legs going early on in this tournament. As Sherway has been hustling. Vladislav Nagy showing a little cut in his mouth, looking for a call. Not gonna get it. He had maybe one of the best chances in the second period on Reto Berra. One-timer in front. That big toe curve he uses, which before they made the curve legality larger in the NHL was illegal every single game. He got called 3 times in 1 year for an illegal stick.
Right off the draw, quick shot, but again, they're gonna redo that face-off as Jurko got a pretty good look. So they'll reset one more time. Vladislav Nagy to take the draw. And a big one for Slovakia, and well done to win it. Jurko swings at it back to the point. That's Tchaikovsky. Nagy, quick shot, just smart to fire it on net, but Mirko Müller knocked that down and works it up to Rod, who fires it in. They're going off for a change, and Chiliak will settle it down behind his own net. You look down this roster, Mike, on Slovakia, and who do you got to call out? Who's got to step up offensively here?
Christoph's the #1 center. He's a great skater. He's got to add some speed. In this second line of Bakos and Mikush and Hashak, they've been quiet both games. Haven't had much zone time, many opportunities. They don't have a ton of high-end guys, so any offense they get will likely be a working kind of goal, but that second line, if they're the worker bees, they got to Get in the offense zone for Craig Ramsey, bang around a little bit, find a way to use some of the skills. They can all shoot it. They need the puck more often in the offensive zone. And for Patrick Fisher, keeping playing, keep pushing forward. Don't sit back even though you have a 2-0 lead, even though you feel like you're in control. And keep encouraging your players to make plays.
Riat right off the draw, another chance, bouncing puck. Riat, another chance, he fired that one wide. Really 3 good looks in the third one. He whistled off the mark. As the Swiss will try one more time. Moser, Vermeen, Riat. Second line out there for the Swiss. The opening few minutes of this third period. Long shot on Red Opera. Gets that to Mirko Mueller. Long stretch pass up ahead to Vermeen. Just out of his reach, and that'll be whistled down as icing.
Boots also looking for a high sticking call. And here's the 3 for the dollar. 1 block, 2 block, a third one comes to Riat, and he has time to drag and pull release. And the puck up in the face in Boots was the second deflection. Tough sledding in front of the net.
Mikus taking the draw for Slovakia. Mueller had it for a second. Bakos plays pass, and then a big hit in the near circle. Bakos continues to drive in that far corner, protecting the puck. Bakos plays pass. Collision there in the far circle, and the Swiss move it up ice. Chipped, and Simon Moser chasing after it. His teammates changing behind him. Moser, nice job to work 1-on-2 in the corner. Noah Rod jumps out to help him out. Janosik back there for Slovakia, and finally they get it out of the zone. Utensander fires it right back into flex on Chiliak. As Jurko fires it in. Rod there at the far wall. Jurko continues to chase. Sent up to Sherway. He tried to get a stick on it, and that should be icing. Play continues though as Sekera has it. Tchaikovsky up to Jurko. Jurko fires it in, and that stick still sitting there in the near circle. Many
times in the NHL, the referees will go grab a loose stick. Not here though, they're just skating by it, leaving it in the offensive zone for Slovakia.
Christoph took a bit of a late hit there. Red Opera blocked to slow it down. Turnover, and Barra's lucky. And that was Christoph shaking his head because he worked to get that turnover, centering pass, and in frustration because no one was home. They're all changing. Nobody there to help and back him up as it's flipped in, and Taluga chasing, side of the net. And again, centering pass, but nobody home as it's worked down low. Back up to the point, Taluga. Couldn't get a good opportunity, and he's unable to keep it in. It's swatted down, and the Swiss just playing a different game now, up by 2.
They are laying it out, blocking shots. All their forwards getting wide, taking them in the skates and the legs, the thighs where they really hurt, but getting the clear, protecting this 2-goal lead in front of Reto Berra.
Kukan starts to play up. Corby, you don't need a rider. Popped off his stick, and the Slovaks move it up the other way. Svetana drives in front. Oh, and that was close. Deflected right through the crease, but to the left of Reto Berra. Boots. Jaros. Long shot. Kick stop. Reto Berra's Christian Jaros with a pretty good look from the blue line. Nino Niederreiter is going to backhand it in and go off for a change. Jaros gets upended at his own blue line. Bakos lost it. Shappy fires it back down into the zone, and Switzerland very content now to play smart hockey, limit the turnovers, and continue to chip that puck in deep. Bakos on the move, sends it up, losing his balance, and a good opportunity. I mean, the Slovaks, they're getting some chances, but not a good chance to finish, as that was Hashkak banging his stick behind the play as Marcel Hashkak had a pretty good look and just lost his balance.
Couple near misses for Slovakia. The first one is Boots in front of the net, off his skate. This one would have counted because I don't know if this is a kick, that's a stop. And he just shoves it wide. And that might be what it takes to fool Reto Berra tonight, because he looks on. If he can see it, He is tracking it nicely.
They set up for that face-off to the right of Red Obera. Slovakia controls and right on the crest, and no problem there. He swallows that up with Jurko in front, and Sekera, you can just sense the frustration from him and all the way down the lineup.
Yeah, good box out by Mirko Mueller though with Jurko. It's a battle again in front. Mueller can establish his position, and then Sekera's shot feels pretty innocent from the edge of the boards.
Christoph settling in to take the draw, controlled by the Swiss. A nice job from Haas to win it. Janosik at the near wall at the blue line, helps to keep it in. Christoph was backing him up. Sure way. Moving it up ice. Battle continues in the near wall. Jurko took a bump, takes the drop pass up to Nagy. Ladislav Nagy fires. Off Diaz and behind the net. Nagy, Jurko in front. And that was a weak tip. No problem there for Ridobera. As Janosik gets it back down low. Jurko goes towards the front of the net. In front, near circle, shot, didn't get through again. They've had chances. Christoph, two pretty good looks on that shift. He goes off for a change, frustrated, as Sekera is back for Slovakia.
Not being able to get the puck through all the bodies in front. Switzerland laying the blocks and layering the bodies in front of Red Obera.
Marchenko shooting from distance, and again, Red Obera, no problem. He has been perfect so far for Switzerland. Welcome back inside Royal Arena, Copenhagen, Denmark, the co-host city for this year's IIHF World Hockey Championship. The other group in Herning, and more ice issues as the ice officials, they've been busier than the beer vendors, and that's saying something.
See Marek Ciliak talking to the referee, saying, I got a little gap all the way down to the, what's the yellow in front of the net.
So more repairs to come.
Well, they get the slush in there, but can they get it to freeze? The fact that it's breaking apart in the first place tells you that the ice is having a hard time settling.
So an opportunity, Mike, to look at the schedules for both teams coming up as we have this break. So Slovakia lost to the Czechs in overtime. They're down to the Swiss here. Up next for them Tuesday, Austria, then France, and then it gets tough. Sweden Saturday, Monday Russia. They'll close things out against Belarus. And as for the Swiss, well, they beat Austria 3-2 in OT. Looking good here against Slovakia. Tuesday they have the Czechs. Wednesday Belarus. Then a couple days off. Saturday night Russia, Sweden, and then France. So as we talk about this group, Group A, if you could win this game, like your 3 points, that is huge for a possible quarterfinal spot.
Yeah, Switzerland starts looking at their upcoming schedule. So they have the Czech Republic, will be a difficult match, and maybe that's for third place in the group. If they can handle Belarus, whatever happens with Russia and Sweden the weekend, it'll be a tough go, but then they get a day off and finish with France. Basically, if they can beat Belarus and France, and this game here tonight against Slovakia, that should almost stamp their ticket into the quarterfinals.
And then you never know, there could be an upset. I mean, last year the Swiss beat Canada 3-2 in overtime.
Well, I'm not conceding their next game against the Czech Republic against Switzerland, especially if they get goaltending like they've received tonight from Red Obera or Janoni. Either one of them has been very good.
As Tchaikovsky has to back up, he can't keep it in the zone. And time now, not the friend of the Slovaks here as it's winding down in the third period. Tchaikovsky back for the Slovak team. Haščák has it, tries to advance it to Bakos, deflects into the corner to the left of Red O'Bara. Slung all the way up the ice, and that allows the Swiss to go for a full change. No slowing down this crowd. They are into it right behind Red O'Bara. The Slovak fans. Not hard hearing them as they continue, and Moser gets pushed off the puck. Tchaikovsky's a big body, roughed him up. As it's worked up ice. And again, the Swiss, led by Moser, just pretty content to continue to chip it in deep, pull off a few more seconds. Joel Vermeen there as well. Battle continues in the neutral zone area. Mirko Mueller has it. As we approach the midway point of this third period. Off the skate of Moser. Rod in. Noah Rod. Got it knocked off courtesy Ferraveri, the youngster. In his first men's Worlds. Tough tournament here for Ferraveri. I know the scouts are here, and obviously he's excited for the upcoming draft, but when you're playing against men and maybe not getting the ice time you're used to, it's tough to show what you can do. There's a turnover. Boots, big shot, bumped off the puck. Maybe there you just fire it.
Yeah, scouts realize it's apples and oranges. He's not competing with his peer group, his draft class. He's competing about the best national players available to all these different countries who are men, mature professionals.
Right in front, and a good chance there. Bouncing puck as Marchenko couldn't settle it down in the near circle and get a shot off. I think that just speaks to, too, how special Austin Matthews, Patrick Laine were with that year where they led that tournament in scoring. They were fantastic.
Jonathan Taves played as a drafted player, but a young one. They're not the norm at all.
And Patrick Laine now putting on a show in the NHL playoffs with the Winnipeg Jets. As Marchenko to Bakos, and just a step offside as they were looking to get something going.
Haščák drifted across the line. We know they play a lot of soccer. We call it football over here. A little back heel from Moser. Touching inside to Noah Rod on the take. I like that. The warm-up soccer games here at the World Championships are not in the hallways or in the tunnels like they are in the NHL. They are out in the concourse by the main stairwell into the arena. Fans all over, taking picture, guys playing, having fun in the sunshine with their country supporters, watching them warm up.
I almost suffered a lower body injury because they're not shy about playing right amongst the fans, and I was actually taking the long way around them to ensure I didn't get in the way, and I just about took one right in the back end.
Thought you would just jump in there and start playing. Couple keep-ups, you got it.
Well, I had my Copton suit on. I got to be careful, right? Well, shot from distance, and that's covered up.
Yeah, you're ready for the Kentucky Derby. That's here, soccer.
You got to also, give a shout out to the sponsors. One of the funniest things I've seen here, there's media from all around the world, which is great. You get to meet people and ask questions from the local media. And one of the nations, they're doing their stand-up where they're on camera hit, and the guy had like a bunch of advertisements pinned on his jacket, like about 5 buttons.
That's how they do it.
With companies that he was being represented by, so that was awesome.
You bringing that back to Canada?
We'll have to talk to the bosses. Likely not. But yeah, things are different here at the World Hockey Championship. All sorts of stuff.
Sponsoring jerseys is the norm in Europe.
Slovakia down by 2. As that shot from distance, Janosik let it go, and that missed. Granick battling for the puck of the far wall, tries to chip it into the zone, and it touches the bench, so that'll be whistled down.
And make no mistake, sponsoring jerseys is coming to North America as well. So whether it's the NBA who has a sponsor on their jersey, NHL will be there soon. And another way to generate some more revenue for the players. Switzerland's done a nice job in this third period protecting this lead. As Reto Berra had to make a tough save. They've had some action in and around him, but most of those chances haven't gotten to the net.
Sebastian Aho, 5 points in the game against Latvia. He's got 5 points. He's obviously leading the tournament now in scoring.
Is that 9 through 2 games?
And 7-0 Finland over Latvia over in Herning.
He's such a good player, though.
Chipped along the far wall by Marchenko into the corner. As Butz back to the blue line. Jaros let it go. Again, didn't get through, and they're having a hard time getting shots through into Reto Berra.
Got to shoot it harder, higher, or to the side of the net.
Jaros steps over the blue line, tries to drive towards the net. As Berra whacked at it, there was a rebound available. As Mikus couldn't get there in time. Again, picked off and some speed. That shot whistled wide.
Enzo Corby, and do not attempt to check him skating forward. It does not work.
Corby, top line center for Switzerland, and he has been dynamic. Early sample size for the games we've covered him. He's been flying. Under 9 minutes to go now in the third period. Nino Niederreiter on the move, chasing after the puck. And now a flag has come onto the ice area, so one of the fans lost a flag, a Slovak flag. And
that's a good decision by the referees to blow that down. Dangerous situation with that on the ice.
So they'll pick that up. We'll return right after this. Welcome back to Royal Arena. We're in Copenhagen. About 1.3 million people live here. 35,000 students go to the University of Copenhagen. So 1.3 million in the surrounding area. This building is about 20 minutes from the international airport. We're not really in the central part of town, more of a suburb, but a great area. And really close. A lot of the players, teams, media staying at the hotel, and it's basically a walk, about a block or less, from Royal Arena to the hotels and the beer garden.
A little discussion here for the referees as that puck was waved down as an icing, but Reto Berra had went out to play it. And they get together, they're gonna keep the icing call on. Craig Ramsey calmly listens to the explanation. They're gonna call the two-line pass and let them make a change if they wanted as a compromise.
What is his coaching style like?
Calm. Everything about him is calm. Teacher, communicator, defense first.
Swiss controlling off the draw. Not a lot on that shot, and stick shatters. So Niederreiter is gonna, I thought, maybe jump off and just gets a brand new stick, and he's back on the ice.
Equipment guys have to be quick. Niederreiter rolled by the bench. They had 2 sticks in his hand, so he grabbed both. He had to decide which one he wanted to take mid-shift.
Bouncing puck in the neutral zone. And Sekera in that puck battle. Little backhand in. As the Swiss continue to play the style of game they want, just get it in deep, kill off a few more seconds.
It's just 2-0 though. There's plenty of time left for Slovakia to mount a comeback if they're able to generate something. They just got nothing going in the third period. Just being checked into submission.
And Sekera lost that puck battle. Comes across the ice, and Sekera gets taken down. A collision behind the play.
Flexibility for Mean.
And then a collision As Fora takes down his man. Puck bounces right in front of Red O'Bara, but cleaned up, and a little bit of speed from Haas cutting towards the net. That shot high, and Eitan Haas.
He can scoot.
Pretty
think
good
you got
look.
the angle on him, and you don't. He just skates right through it.
Beluga sends it along the boards for Christian Jaros, and then he gets upended. So the body's starting to fly as Fora moves it up ice. Leonida Ryder puts on the brakes, chips it behind the net. As it's moved up ice, Martin Bakosh starts the play. At one time, shot from Janosik. Didn't get a good shot away. Nino Niederreiter in, shot stopped. And Nino Niederreiter quick for a change. Quick changes right now for Switzerland as Patrick Fisher has him on a tight leash. Tchaikovsky breaking in, swats at it, and again, Slovaks just can't get any sustained pressure in the offensive zone. Baltisberger, weak shot. Play continues behind the net. Moser chasing after it now behind the net. Janosik, Moser competing for the puck. Vermeen helping out. Vermeen and Moser continue to battle with the Swiss faithful cheering behind Chiliak. And a near turnover there as Bakosh found on it. He's going to go off for a change. Drops it for Ladislav Nagy, who gives for the captain. Sekera wanted Nagy, broke it up nicely by Sherway, and he's going to deposit it one more time down the ice. That should be icing, it is, so the face-off has come all the way down the ice in front of Red O'Bara.
Some chances going each way. Baltisberger, look at that big hit. You want to cut back in the middle. There will be bodies from Switzerland. And he steps hard this one. And this is what I was talking about, the flexibility. How's your hamstring over me? And that would have been enough to put me out for weeks. As all of a sudden the physical play started to pick up in the last few minutes. Hasn't been too much of that throughout this game.
Shots 24-23 in favor of Switzerland. They favor the scoreboard up 2-0. Sekera lets it fly. Jurko battling for the rebound. He was spun off the puck. Comes into the near circle. Jurko, Nagy. They can't keep it in again. A quick change as Sekera is back. Sherway skating in with speed. As Tchaikovsky picks it up and he's on the move. Fluttering backhand, and that's checked out. Fairbury, my apologies. Fairbury the backhand. One is 56 and one is 66. Both left-handed shots. Drive from long range. Didn't get through. As Houghton Sonder works it behind his own net.
You can almost see the frustration in Slovakia's body language where they can't get anything going. There's no push that every team trailing in every league and every level seems to mount. They just got nothing.
As Jaros drops it off. Backdoor pass, oh! Off the side of the net. Red O'Bara made the stop as David Bondra nearly got his nation on the board. In the slot, back up top. That shot again didn't get through. Having trouble penetrating and getting it through as Jaros chips it to Boots. Boots spinning shot again in the skates. Kept in by Jaros. Boots whacked at it, goes by Bondra. Behind the net, slung around the boards for Baltisberger. Boots spins, fires, and again, a high clearing attempt and all the way down into the Slovakia zone. And the Swiss changing with under 4 minutes to go in the third period. Marchenko, drop pass for Sekera. The Edmonton Oiler tries to fire it in again. That's knocked down. And the backhand to the near wall and out of the zone. Sherway whacks at it up to Haas. As Noah Rod settles it down and gets it back to the defenseman, Mirko Mueller. Bouncing puck, Bakosh has it, waits, sends it across. Swung back to the far point, and again, chipped and out of play, and just the frustration continues. And then Tchaikovsky, yeah, he's hot Him and Rod having a conversation. The Swiss lead by 2. Craig Ramsey signed a 2-year deal with Slovakia to coach their national team, as Bratislava will help co-host the Worlds next year. He was an NHL head coach, Buffalo, Philadelphia, and Atlanta. As he said to you, Mike Johnson, this is tough, and his team is tough here with just over 3 minutes to go, down by 2 to Switzerland.
You got to think he's got to be considered getting the goalie out pretty soon, because they've got nothing going 5-on-5. Take your chance by getting Ciliac out of the net, put a 6-man out there. Who knows what can happen? Get the game a little scrambled, a little crazy, and maybe, and imagine he's thinking about it right now. We can get possession. It's Vladimir Orzov, longtime NHLer. Played in Nashville for a while. With the whiteboard, I see 6 numbers on there. Like a double umbrella formation. 3 in front, 3 at the point. But you got to get the puck on your stick in the offensive zone and the goalie in the bench to set it up.
That was really good, Mike. What language was that in? Could you tell, or is it just international circles?
Language of hockey.
Attaboy. So keep an eye on Marek Ciliac.
It's my 3rd language. Not fluent yet.
You can speak tennis as well, I understand.
That I do.
Ciliac tries to swing it out. Nino Niederreiter is there as he chips it to Corvi. Back on the stick of Nino Niederreiter. Corvi, as the top line center has it, swung back to the point. Long shot, oh, just off the side of the bar. Rebound in front, Niederreiter. And sprawling out was Marek Ciliac as the top line nearly converted as that grazed the post.
What a chance. Patience, working it around, and look at that late tip by Niederreiter, puts it through Ciliac, catches the post on the way by. And it's so tough for defenders to stop this from happening. If you're gonna be able to tip this on a reach from about 5 feet in behind David Boots, and Boots gotta turn and look the box out, but you're not anticipating that kind of reach from Nino Niederreiter.
So now Moser out to take the draw. Baltusberger, quick strike as the play goes to the far wall, and we'll keep an eye now on Ciliac. Yarko has it. Ciliac falls. He goes to the bench. Shot kicked aside. Sekera let it go behind the play. You didn't see it, but a toe hook, and he bailed as Ciliac not as smooth as exit, but the extra attacker's now out there as they work it down low to Yarko. Yarko back up to Sekera at the point. He fires tip. Renabera the save as Kristoff in front. Nice deflection, but can't beat Renabera. Under 2 minutes to go now in the hockey game. And a last gasp here for Slovakia. Tchaikovsky. Him and Sekera at the blue line. High clearing attempt, and Tchaikovsky can't keep it in. So 1 minute, 40 seconds, and Tchaikovsky, he was hot with the official before, and now a decision.
Here's Ciliac trying to get in the bench, and there's the toe pick right at the dot, but about his only misstep in tonight's game. He's been very good through 2 games. Had the disappointing late goal to tie it in the overtime loss with 10 seconds left to Nečas of the Czech Republic, but really, he's not been the issue at all for the Slovakian team.
Mike, he made 39 saves in that 3-2 overtime loss to the Czechs. and a lot of those really tough saves. So yes, he was A1 in that hockey game. And he's desperate to get off the ice again, so we'll watch Chiliak as Christian Jaros in his own zone tries to move it up. Haas swung at it as the captain Riat gets it out of the zone. Chiliak still in the net with Nino Niederreiter cutting in. Chiliak plays that to the corner. 1:16 to go. And they're not down by just one, down by two, so Slovakia in real tough right now.
What a great third period for Switzerland. Just fantastic lead protecting period.
Bouncing puck behind the net. And all this without Sven Andrighetto, who's serving his 1-game suspension. Keep in mind, they'll have him back for their next game against the Czechs on Tuesday.
Chiliak back to the bench.
And 45 seconds to go. Sekera, the backhand pass. They got to get something happening. Tchaikovsky to Sekera. As they move it up ice, there's Yarko, fires it in. Reto Berra plays the puck past Nagy. Yarko swatted at it. Up to Noah Rod, open net. Rod couldn't find it. That was knocked down with 20 seconds remaining. Noah Rod hustling with Bakos on it. Bakos behind his own net. Time winding down. Nino Niederreiter swings at it. Long shot from distance as Tchaikovsky couldn't get a good shot off with 4 seconds to go. One last chance. Maybe a centering pass. Backhand Nagy in front. And the horn sounds, and full credit to Team Switzerland. And what can you say about Reto Berra? In his first game of this year's World Hockey Championship, he picks up the shutout. Patrick Fischer, the 42-year-old head coach of Team Switzerland, celebrating on the bench. And that is a huge win when it comes to Group A, and for the Swiss, getting a chance to make the quarterfinals out of Copenhagen.
Switzerland will be very happy with that performance. Getting the lead, protecting it. Goaltending was fantastic, but just the ability to keep playing and defend without really giving up much in the third. And they are set up nicely to play on through to the quarterfinals.
Tristan Sherway opened up the scoring. Mirko Müller, a shorthanded goal. The Swiss win this hockey game 2-0. Good night from Copenhagen.
Ladies and gentlemen, the best player of each team will be awarded with the official watch from Tissot, official timekeeper of the 2018 IIHF Ice Hockey World Championship. The prizes will be presented by Michael Lindlisbacher, President of the Swiss Ice Hockey Federation, and Sergei Goncharov, IIHF Council Member. The best player of Team Slovakia is number 2, Andrei Sekera. And the best player of Team Switzerland is number 20, Reto Berra. Ladies and gentlemen, please rise for the national anthem of Switzerland. The 2018 IIHF Ice Hockey World Championship will continue in Royal Arena tomorrow at 4:15 with the game between Belarus and Russia. We thank you for an exciting game and kindly ask you to remember all your belongings as you exit Royal Arena. We hope to see you soon.
Mirko, that shorthanded goal in the second period. Talk to me, what happened there?
It was kind of a broken play. Sherby took the puck down the wall, and for some reason drew three guys with him, and I just kind of found the soft spot, and he found me, and I just put it on net.
After that goal, did the team fall back into more of a defensive play?
We tried not to, but I think they had a good push. Rado in goal did obviously a great job pushing against and got us to win.
For the team, especially defensemen, how comforting is it to know that you have Giannoni and Barra back there that can get the job done?
I mean, I try to play with a lot of confidence. I think I have some experience throughout my career, so I know kind of when to step up and when to fall back. And we all did a great job of that today and got the win.
Congratulations.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thomas, that shorthanded goal in the second period, did it deflate the bench a little bit?
I think so for a little bit, but I think we're still, trying to get back in the game, and I think we've done a pretty good job mentally. It just wouldn't go in on the ice, So it's a tough one for us.
You had 25 shots on goal. They were pretty much even. What was the difficulty in finishing and scoring a goal?
I think once they score a couple, they close the game, and we had a tough time to go through them. They were all, standing protecting the middle, so it was tough to go through them after those two goals, and we gotta do a better job than that.
Best of luck.
Thank you.